Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. My name is Source Supreme. In case you are just tuning in, you can follow me at Twitch and on Twitter at the same name. You can find links to those in the descriptions if you're happening to watch on the YouTube channel. And you can find the link to my Twitch or to my Twitter on Twitch by viewing my profile. Follow there so you can stay updated of when I go live, so you can catch me live. If you do enjoy, that is, if you do enjoy the content, please do that. Come catch me live. You'll get notifications of when I go live, like I just, whoa, like I just did. I apologize. I play Final Fantasy XIV as well as a couple other games, on and off, but I mainly play 14, and my whole thing is playing and voice acting / overing all the characters whenever they don't have spoken dialogue. So it's great. It's a ton of fun, and it's even more fun when you can catch me live and see all the new stuff as it happens and watch my reactions to things. Alright, without further ado, let's get right into it. Last time we were playing, I had some very bad internet issues, and I lost connection twice, and I just ended up ending stream after the second one, so it didn't have a proper ending. So we're gonna finish this quest that we were in the middle of doing, and hopefully I can maybe try to remember and catch up to where we were. Oh, Raban! Gods, it's good to see you. Ah, the Slayer has come. We have not forgotten how you sinned against the Lady of Bliss, but we did not come here to shed blood. You claim to seek harmony with all who call Guralbania home. If this is truly your wish, you will welcome us as envoys of the Ananta. It is our wish, and you are welcome, but we cannot condone the summoning of primals. If you want to enter the palace, I must ask that you first surrender any crystal jewelry. You have my word that it will all be returned to you when the meeting is over. We will do as you ask, but you will not have our weapons. We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. I reckon that's the closest we're gonna get to the compromise, and we will have people standing guard. Aye, let them keep their swords. Then we have an agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber. I do remember all of the beast tribes were contacted to try and see if they were willing to join up in as brothers and sisters of Guralbania, to be under one country, essentially. And that faction of the Ananta, with the one that summoned the Primal, was a little upset they weren't invited, so they just showed up. Why do I have the feeling we've welcomed a Viper into our midst? Ooh, a weapon coffer. And a thing. Oh, why did I do that? Man, I spent poetics on this Reaper weapon because it looked so cool. And because it's technically better than what I had. Also, my inventory is so full. I've gotta do a cleansing again. Ugh. Where's my, Chocobo saddlebag? Does this work? Nope, it doesn't. Does this work? Nope, it doesn't. What a pain. You know what? I'm going to eat some food. Yeah, why not? What do I have a lot of? I have some of these. Let's get some, get the well-fed buff. Why not? Now we, got an hour of bonus XP. A raw Bond minion? That's awesome. This Kalyana Elder's intention seems at odds with all we know of her tribe. What think you, Call? Mayhap even the enthralled can learn to compromise? You believe an understanding can be reached? It is not entirely unheard of, I suppose. Those who followed Saint Shiva eventually sought reconciliation with Ishgard. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The guard must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the Scions? I'll round up our comrades and send them to Alamigan Quarter. You can go ahead if you like, Call. My thanks. I will see you in the palace. Join my fellow Scions in the Alamigan Quarter. Oh yeah, I didn't use the coffer. I don't think I can use it on horseback. Or on mount. I'll try when I get off. Maybe I should use it for my lance, or... Well, no, I don't really plan on using... My whole point right now is using Dragoon as... just kind of a thing I have. Let's see. Oh, it does let me do it. Ah, but it didn't let me. Because it's not a part of this class. Okay, so then we'll do it with a different... We'll hold on to it then. It'll be a free level 70 weapon for any class that gets that high later. That's still useful. Still useful. Oh, I've brought reinforcements. Arenvold told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agreed that it would be prudent to call upon Y'shtola and Thancred as well. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. I'm not familiar with the Kalyana tribe myself, but Alizé's reports suggested they shunned contact with other races. Despised it, in fact, even compared to other Ananta. Indeed. This apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagine Lys was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, how should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting is to be held in the throne room, it would seem wise to have eyes both inside and outside the palace. Y'shtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Understood. We should join General Aldin inside then. Paul, do you know of the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city, at the top of the stairs. The guard there should have been instructed to let us pass. I did not. I didn't know about that. But apparently it's over here. And then I see a bunch of stairs leading up. Oh, but apparently it's right below us. Hello, Travis Clay. How goes it? Good, good. I'm chilling. Doing some MSQ. You're with the Scions, sir. General Din left orders that you were to be escorted inside. If you'll follow me. Happy Monday. Thank you. I had a friend make this for me. Happy Monday to you as well. Ooh. There's a lot of people in this meeting.
Thank you all for coming.
Oh, voice acting.
I am Lise Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern.
I have a friend who made this model for me. And he is a personal friend of mine. So, if I ever wanted to do anything, I would probably go through him still.
You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Alamigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne. It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place? Or should someone else sit there? Then let's sit here in a circle, as equals, and I hope, as friends.
Nice. Well done, illustration.
Expertly done. Lise has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game and positioned them to consider a joint government. All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Oh.
Thank you, Ragenfrid. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kaliana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
Uh-oh.
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Girabania devote themselves to our faith.
Oh, great.
You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi! Lady of Bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage!
Hidden crystals in the palace throne room? Oh, great.
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
Oh. Yikes. Oh no. Ooh.
Damn it! The guards were already turned! Fools!
Barbie!
No, you don't!
The Kaliana would see us all enthralled.
Yikes.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvold to shield us.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the Primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
That is a whole primal.
All right, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Ah, whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick.
Oh boy.
Come then. Who will be next to die on my steel?
Oh boy. How do we fight her without leaving our allies wide open? We can't stay on the back foot forever. No, damn it. If I think like that, we've already lost. I have the Warrior of Light at my side. We could do this. Isn't that right, Call? Using the duty action Deflect to dissipate the Aether Spheres Lakshmi releases during the battle. Oh boy. Be warned that allowing an ally to be enthralled by an Aether Sphere will result in failure. Oh gosh. I hope the button isn't difficult. Oh my gosh, they're all behind us.
Why, I offer you peace and serenity.
Oh jeez, she's doing AoEs. Come on. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Holy cow, there's so many. No, wait, what? Who? Oh my gosh, this is hard. Maybe it's more about just doing the mini game than it is about killing her. Maybe. But jeez. My mouse. Come on. You got that one, Arenvold? Okay.
Why, I offer you peace and serenity.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Arnvold! Arnvold, no! Oh my gosh, I thought you had that side, bro! What the heck happened? Come on! You were doing so well!
Why, I offer you peace and serenity.
Arnvold's just not doing anything anymore. Oh my gosh.
I shall free you from your hate.
Oh my gosh. There's so many.
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
Oh. Oh.
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
Oh. Defeat Lakshmi. Okay, is she gonna keep doing the thing? It looks like she is. Where are you going? Why are you coming towards me? Oh. Awesome. Oh. Yo. What is Lise doing? They're going to... Oh, but these two are still here. I see. But they're gonna stay with us and fight the primal? Be careful. Oh. Active time maneuver. Oh gosh. Run. 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 Oh, holy moly.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Oh. Ow. That's fine. Let's go. This is a cool solo duty. Wow, she's just gonna keep doing this over and over again?
Here it comes!
Please help me solace.
Sweet. All right.
We did it! We beat her!
Sorry, give me a moment. All right. There we go.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the Echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
And she chose to fight for Alamigo. Good for her. Everybody's okay. Thank goodness.
Seven hells. It's her, the Butcher.
She's gonna be able to see everybody.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against Primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
Well fought, Cole. Arnvald. That was a near thing. Aye, our stand against the Kaliana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. We must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... Yeah, it's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass, we were all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson and watch our own more carefully in the future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldier who first spoke up in favor of the Kaliana keeping their weapons spring to mind. A primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thanks, Yustola. We appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Vordola turned up. What was she even doing there? I asked her to come.
Well, that explains it then.
It's sad, but Ragnfrid was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamigan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk them till I'm blue in the face, if that's what it takes. 'Tis a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but none of them seem ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started.
I will see to it that you are not interrupted. Call, you and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it.
Ooh, we're on the roof. Robin!
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens. The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people. It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave.
It's not a mo.
Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Raubon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
Huh.
But, Your Grace...
Raubon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
Oh.
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Nanamo.
Smile for me, Raubon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Oda.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
So good. So good.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
You did. You helped a lot, Arenvolds. That's not impossible alone.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
He was.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest.
It's funny. Everybody likes to tease Alphino, and it's always so funny. Because it's always him being caught, like, red-handed with his hand in the cookie jar. It's so funny.
But I must yield the floor to Raubon. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. your remaining hand.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor. And you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
Jeez. Look at their two faces.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
Let's go.
If, he says. Welcome home, Rauban.
That had real give me your phone energy.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
Yeah.
Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Aw. What an end to that 4.1 MSQ. I think it's about time I headed back to Ralga's Reach. What's next for all of you? Alize will be eager to hear of recent events, so I shall join you, if you've no objections. I'd welcome the company. Cor, why don't you come along to the Reach as well, once you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Upon completion of this quest, you will be able to access the palace's rooftop gardens by speaking to the Royal Menagerie attendant. Aww. Wait, they're not gonna actually have me speak with Nanamo? I'm gonna speak with Nanamo. I have asked enough of you, Cor. Well, my only words for you now are those of gratitude. I must assume Father's responsibilities without delay, lest our rivals, both inside and outside Uldor, treat his dismissal as a window of opportunity. Rest assured, they will find Tizona's edge just as sharp in my hands. It seems my road has come full circle. I appreciate the support you showed for my earlier decision, overruled though it was. Oh, Rauban. All right. Well, here we are again. Alphino has regaled me with the thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Yashola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kaliana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kind still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed. Violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and M tribes first. I plan to have resistant scouts keep track of the Kaliana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the Resistance army, out of interest? Are we prepared for Imperial counterattack? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What? The Bull of Alamigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups. And when Conrad passed his commands on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Raga's Reach. He's just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman at the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Ralbaun as the overall commander of our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed. He is in all respect the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Alamigo will have formed a formidable weapon in its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seeds which we so carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises, and watch as Alamigo blooms.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, Doma. Oh, Hingashi. Gosetsu! I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But their generosity ended. Without coins in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like so much jetsam. Oh, woe betide the poor man in a city of rich merchants.
These dango are delicious. Will you have one?
More sweetbreads? I surrender my blade to secure what few coins we have.
Poor Gosetsu. He's lost everything. Now Yotsu's just here eating dango. What? She seems to be a lot nicer.
Bah! 'Tis like talking to a child. Why fate saddled me with such burden I shall never know. But I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Ugh. Come, Tsuyu. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea.
Did she, like, lose her memory or something? Did she have amnesia? Do they both forget that they have literal relationship with the Eastern Alanard Trading Company in that city? Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Oh?
Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Alamigo, and Lord Zero's put to the sword.
Do not believe everything you read. I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital.
Naturally, the savages beat their chest and boast loudly of taking his head. Regardless. Nay? Lord Zeno lives? Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eotian misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official, and above all, accurate announcement to quell these pernicious rumors. They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains, then. We shall soon put the lie to their claims. Hello? Who are you? I mean, he is dead, so... More heroes. Return of the Bull. Raubon's left arm. That's kind of weird. He doesn't have a left arm anymore. Well, a lot of people be talking. People talking about different things in chat. Tidings from the east. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. The Council has officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army, and I expect you can guess who's been appointed commander. Suffice it to say, we're in good hand. Having the Bull of Alamigo at the helm stuns wonders for morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made. And we have you and the Sultana to thank for it. If you two hadn't worked your magic, he'd never have been contemplated following his heart. The Council has also decreed that we're to maintain a presence at Rauga's Reach. Lise will continue to lead our forces in the fringes, a job she's been doing tirelessly. A bit too tirelessly, some might say. We're constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. That's an exaggeration. I always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now. Not after our latest brush with Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping a close eye on the Kalyana, and it looks like they've chosen a new leader. It's Shanti's daughter. You know, the half-dead one. For whatever reason, the Kalyana thought she was the best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. As things stand, there's no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. But I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Pordola. She won't meet my gaze, but she's given up on trying to ignore me. It may only be the odd grunt, but at least she's responding. I'll get through to her yet. Call. There you are. Alphino, Alize, is everything alright? We've received word from Tataru. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that, she didn't say it. Only that we should come to Kugane right away. I had a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Alize is determined to make it a party of 3. As I've told you more than a dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed, and I would benefit from some fresh air. Besides, you may well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister. I
I have quite given up to trying to convince you. Whether we be 2 or 3, we should depart as soon as possible. You will be joining us, I trust. Huh. I was about to say I'd come too, but I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured, should this business prove to be of even tangential concern to Alamigo, we shall inform you without delay. Let us be off, then. Hancock and Totara await us in the Ruby Bazaar offices. Okay, okay. Gotta teleport. How expensive? Only 440. Only 440. I can do that. I want to look at this for a second, actually. Oh, and I need to respond to this. Okay. Let me see this. A-Bog Ultima. Oh. Oh. That's the weapon. That is the weapon. And the ultimate Dreadworm Spear, that's the other weapon. These are cool. Those aren't like the crazy ones, aren't they? Primal. These are the same ones I was just looking at? Yeah, they are. Genta gear. Oh. Genji gear. Genji Naginata. That's not a Naginata. That's just a... Man. Oh, I can make this one, apparently. What does this one look like? Eh. Diamond gear? Eh. Omicron. Skavian. Oh, is this like Naruto Skava? Oh, cool. What does the scythe look like? Oh, it's what I'm currently using. LOL. Omega gear. Ooh, the Omega gear. What does that look like? Oh, that's kind of normal. Ooh, the scythe looks cool. I like that. It looks big and chunky. Cool. Alright. That's fun. Alright. Let us continue. We've probably got Go Setsu. Greetings, honored sir. May I show you in? Hello. Ah, Yugiri.
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugiri and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies.
Love Sorbonne.
Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
Ah.
I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Yay! Let's go find Gosetsu.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Aye, we'll find Gosetsu together.
Thank you. If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear.
Yeah.
Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not, but I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements, and more besides.
You know, Hancock has proven time and time again that he's actually pretty trustworthy, but it's just, gosh, he's got that just very untrustworthy face, voice, and candor. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanmachi. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, you know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail.
I'll give Sorbonne a hand. If he's providing us the ship, the least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado, then, let us seek out this informant in Sanjo Hanmachi.
Hanamachi. Flower Street.
Where am I going? Ah. This should be the place. Now we wait to see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, yes, a long while indeed. I have a feeling it's the Namazu. Yeah. Ah, I knew it. Yodo, any funny business and you know what will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and the finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I've half a mind to call Lise. No, not Lise. I beg you, no boots. I'll tell you everything I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yotsuyu. High and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, they did, promising rich rewards for decisive information. And you have decisive information? Were the two individuals cited here indeed Gosetsu and Yotsuyu? Alas, see them with my own eyes I did not. But the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at their size of their contingent. But here is something they do not know. A rumor which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rogaiden samurai appeared on Koganidori with a beauteous maiden, and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. Oh, that is interesting, assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofuku Shichiden. Now, why would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I'd think he'd lent your money. He will help you, I'm certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure, but is it wise to let the Namazu out of our sight? No, he'll betray us. No more betrayals, no more boots. To divide our forces is simply more efficient. He's right. In the urgency, we would do well to split up, and so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes. We will go together, and there will be no boots. Let us be about it, then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. I believe Alice has her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? You have learned the emote greeting. Let's go ahead and try that. Greetings. Oh, that's very nice. Green tea set? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, my buff ran out. I guess I have been playing for a bit, huh? This one. This one. Everything in order? Then let us proceed to Koganidori and find the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Shichiten. La 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 la. Chi. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to see what these people are talking about. You guys are having a long conversation. Yikes, these guys are arguing about the paladin gauge and about how it's auto attack based. I like it. I think it works well enough in dungeons and stuff, so it's not that bad. Plus, it's pretty quick to build. It doesn't take very long to get a lot of it. We might have had a customer like those you describe. So many people come through. It's difficult to remember. Perhaps you could jog my memory by making a purchase? No? Well, you can't blame a woman for trying. The Rogadan samurai and a maiden? Never seen him. Now, if you don't have any business with me, make way for someone who does. Welcome, good sir, welcome. Will you be buying, or...? Ah, so you've heard the tale of the Rogadan samurai's katana. Small wonder. It is a fine example of its kind. One moment. Dear, I hope you found our pawnbroker? Excellent work, Cole. And that is the katana? Yep. There can be no doubt. It is Gosatsu's blade. The craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you will be pleased to know that the pledge just has expired. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it is priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. The blade represents conclusive proof of Gosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing a safe return. Yet, it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I'll pay. Nay, my friend, grateful that I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Gosetsu is alive and well. Yugiri, wait. The scions will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. Master Alphino, your kindness is touching truly. Yet, in matters of coin, would Mistress Tataru not expect to be consulted? Come now. Our friend would never have relinquished his blade were the need not great, and we are not bound by honor to help a friend in need. And are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are, and I'm sure Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. It's settled then. You have made a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you would be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. If I may ask, sir, after he visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He's our friend, and we would return to his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you say? I see. Well then, I suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided him with the request sum than his pretty young companion had begun clamoring for dango. I truly recommend those served at the Umineko tea house, or thither did they set off. Clamoring for Dango? Could these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. Some manner of code, perhaps, but it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to this tea house and see if we can pick up their trail. To the tea house. There's some real discussion going on about tanks in the Free Company currently. Interesting. I'll think about it for a second. In terms of tanks, what I like about a tank is typically how kind of free they are to kind of do what they want. Like, rotations exist, yeah, but generally speaking, things line up pretty easy. Easier than a melee DPS. But they're mostly talking about the defensive parts of it and defensive cycling. At low levels, it's hard to really say, because at low levels things just don't feel great in general. Though I will say, out of all of the tanks that I've been playing at low level, strangely enough, Paladin has felt the best because of its gauge being constantly available and being able to pop 2 Sheltrons pretty much back to back, right? Like, the other mitts are strong enough in lower dungeons that it's okay if I don't have a 25 second, because I can use those when I really need them. And then in other pools, I don't necessarily need them as often. Versus the other tanks, their 25-second cooldown mitts, they use almost every pool. And that's fine, but they're also more consistent that way, which is what they're arguing. It's an interesting topic. But of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you ever seen, scoffing down Dango as if her life depended on it, while the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Hard be it from me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl had finally had her fill, they set off in the direction of the Shiokaze Holstry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. So Gosetsu made for Doma. But this woman who travels with him, the more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she can truly be Yotsuyu. I think it's memory loss. Hope on the waves. While doubts remain over the identity of Gosutsu's traveling companion, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us away to the pier and make ready to sail. With luck, Alize will have already joined Master Sorbonne and Mistress Tatari there. I got clipped. Not cool. Sorbonne. Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alize arrived mere moments ago. All went well at my end. Yoda met with an Imperial officer and was whittled some new information. It seemed the troops who recently arrived in Kugane came directly from Garlemald. The Imperial based here had been kept in the dark. And that's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. I didn't know any better. I'd say they'd pick up Gosetsu's trail. Then your information matches ours. We are quite certain that Gosetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. Bum 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 bum. I'm sorry. Did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana? At the asking price? Well, we were in some haste, and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here's the contract of sale. Pray see that the man is paid. Oh no, Alpha no. Oh no. False beard. You agreed to this? Give me strength. Ah, well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. But Alphino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me. Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. He is so oblivious. He is so oblivious. He's about to get the scolding of a lifetime.
First, let us go to the Ruby Sea. To the Ruby Price. If Gosetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have seen him.
Poor Tataru. Oh? Tataru seemed rather vexed, did she not? Ever the melodramatist. I'm sure our finances can stretch into a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. Ah, but I digress. We have work to do. There's a level sync here? Hello?
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
Oh? That's not good. Oh, they've got new uniforms. They look like samurai.
What's going on up there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
That's not good. Oh, they have a ship. Oh no.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy, but with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless
Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
Very true.
We will help them while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Again, you keeping her out of it? Why?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Poor
Soroban,
Alice.
we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
Alphino continually...
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing. Yeah!
That scream! That scream! Why do you do that? I did it.
I hope your defense is lacking. Leave this to me.
Ooh, intense action here. Oh, there he is. Yeah, she's definitely lost her mind.
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Is he all right?
Gosetsu!
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles. All forces, attack!
Come at me, bro. You got a Reaper. And all my attacks hit hard. Let's go.
The art of my forebears.
Focus. Release!
Yikes. This is a big mess of a fight. Whew, close. Alright, there we go.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens.
He's alive.
Yugiri, my friends. The Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time?
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, aye. And I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
Yeah. Figured that would happen. As Tansui says, we should move on. It would not do for Yotsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Well, it's a good thing we can fly in this area. Yippee! Gosetsu, thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do but to watch the battle from afar.
And it was all I could do to restrain her.
Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Cole is, anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me, we need to talk about her. Greetings. They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. These people are strange. Are you sure they are your friends?
I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have not to fear.
All right, if you say so. Right. 'Tis past time we set sail. I, for one, would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause.
Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more risk we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Kojin bear no love for Yotsuyu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores, near Isari, but out of the villagers' sight.
I will need to pause for a brief moment. I want to look at this. Somebody posted something. Ooh, that looks cool. What does it look like? Oh, cool. A gladiator weapon. Fun. Ooh, it changes color. Okay. Give me one moment. I'll be back briefly. I'm back. Hello. I'm back. Give me a moment. Though I'm responding some people in chat here. What'd I do? I think I did something. I seem to be okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Whoa, my chair. My chair fell down. Here's where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventful. Oh, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. Me? It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Glosetsu's is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it, which you would know had you bothered to check the price. What? I had no idea. This business venture of Soraban's, you will give it a fair hearing, I trust. He has been good to us, after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. Oh, hey, he's got actually a quest. That's fun. Auspicious encounter. Oh, I wonder what that is. Oh, that's the, okay, actually, I should at least accept that quest. You would know more of my venture? Excellent. I should be glad to tell you all I know. Though, perhaps it would be easier to let our anonymous client speak for herself. For his or herself. Here. Their missive. For the Ruby Sea and all who call her home, we seek the aid of a warrior who laid low the Lord of the Revel. But first, we bid him to make haste to Hell's Lid, and quell that Oni that dwelleth in its deepest depths. So, should he succeed in this test, we shall speak of the true endeavor and consummate reward. A strange proposal, aye, though it must be noted that they knew both of your deeds and of our part in them. The Red have no love of trickery, so I doubt it is a trap of theirs. And should this client have honest intentions, then, for the sake of these waters, it may behoove us to engage them further. As for their test, enclosed with a missive was a magic dagger, along with instructions as how it may be used to open a hidden passage into the depths of Hell's Lid. I should mention that this dagger is old and exceedingly valuable. That our client was willing to entrust it to us without a guarantee of our cooperation bespeaks considerable wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. If you are so willing to undertake their trial, I shall journey to Hell's Lid and prepare to open the path. But given the financial incentive, I think it for the best that if I went and fetched Mistress Tataru. Wait for us there, then. Yes, that is the beginning of the trials. The endgame trials, so I wanted to accept that. At the very least. Whether I will do those right now or not, probably not, but that's fine. Oh gosh, my finger has... Oh my. It's itchy. Ah! Ooh. Ugh. Ow. 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 Oh, it's like I got a mosquito bite on the tip of my finger. Ow. Great, now my finger's swelling up. Remember to drink water. We must meet with Lord Hien as soon as possible, though mayhap not at the Enclave. I will send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are fewer prying eyes. If all are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see that the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you are able, and come join me at the outskirts of Namai. Yikes. Ooh, there's a lot of thunder near me. All is well? Good. The others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed. Quietly, if you please. Okay. That I can do. I could do that. Lord Hien.
My Lord Hien, I am returned.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope. One which I have clung to ever since. Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That they are. Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend. Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications. Rise, my friend. Tell me everything.
Well, you see.
The Empire is bold indeed to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
As acting Viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, it will end with her capture, or her death.
Are you a friend too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord. Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Suyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl, and listen to Yugiri.
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel. If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
I don't know. I don't know if it's an act or not. I think it's pretty believable to have lost memory. Thank you for delivering Gosetsu back to us in one piece. We are lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much and more to think upon, but as regards to the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you've come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace. I am pleased to say that we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. Should they desire it, there is a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hien, and I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Gosetsu and Yugiri would be back by now. Forgive me, my lord, but Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh? He was here when I arrived. For now, we have taken Yotsuya to a private chamber, and assigned another to watch over her, my lord. But I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. That does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we would be happy to assist you. We should be glad of their help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you will be better able to coordinate our response. Ha! And there I was thinking I was in charge. But you have the right of it. Go on then. I will mind the house. Give me one moment. I have to adjust this. Yeah, I can adjust it to I can adjust it about there. That's about where I can adjust that. Okay. Adjusting my model and the subsequent stuff about it so that it's not just going whenever the thunder is rumbling, because I don't think you can hear the thunder, but there's thunder, so it's causing the sprite to move. You seek the captain? He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone. As it happened, he did not look well. He did not look well, you see. I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him. But I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. What? Captain Jifuya. He was headed for the northern entrance when I last saw him. When I saw him last, I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggest as much to Master Salazar when she came asking earlier. Is something amiss? Aye, the captain went outside from some few bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I'm sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck out after him. I hope they'll be alright. Gosetsu too. It seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire's plotting. You go on, Cole. Alphinaud and I shall hold the fort. I'm gonna kill this thing. Oh, I don't think I can kill this thing. No, I don't know. Please stop. Okay, those require groups. I never realized those require groups, but I think they do. Yikes.
Ah! By the Kami! Your Lord Ian! Leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
Aw.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment.
Oh.
Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her, but I knew she would be popular, and so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of acting Viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath, then as now.
I see. then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yulgiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Kosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
That's another Fordola situation. Consequences of occupation and bad growing up situations. Forgive me. Now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. Yep. I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. The Jifuya I know has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuyu cast a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. Oh. Food. Oh, I think my buff might be wearing out. While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received words from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doma soil. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, call. Can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Yes. Alizai and I would fain play out our parts as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the land of our friends and allies. We would be glad for the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and, should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Call and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fluminus, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. Interesting. To Castrum Fluminus. Here we go. Just gonna require flying out of the hole. And going up and over. Oh, that's the red wall. I don't think I can go over the wall, actually. I need to go around. Because this is the really big wall, yeah. Unfortunately, you can't go around. You can't go up and over it. You have to go around. The Dairyu Moon Gates. That's Castrum Fluminus. That's the ground Castrum. It's a cool area. I think the mountain parts are very confusing and not very great for grounded walking around, but for flight it's pretty fine. But that's a lot of areas in this expansion, I feel. Stormblood, just generally walking around in the areas wasn't very fun or interesting, but flight was a lot better. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Oh boy.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Oh, this guy. You saw him in a cutscene.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Dorma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Maxima. So this guy, this other dude who doesn't look Garlean, he looks Elzen, doesn't have a thing. He doesn't have the third eye. Asahi doesn't have it because he's technically probably Doman born, and Maxima is Garlean born. Interesting. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. He speaks with an almost cartoonishly devious voice. It just seems too good to be true, but if that's the point, what are they planning? Why? Is there anything below the water here? Oh, there is. It's nothing special. Okay. I guess it makes sense. Pretty much any water that's deep post Stormblood is gonna have accessibility via the mount. I don't know what to think of this so far. What is this guy? Precious Reclamation. Oh, is that the... Give me a moment. Yeah, that's the Doman Reconstruction mission. Okay, Yugiri. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? I do. Hey, look at this place. It's all building again. Oh, it's got aethers. Oh, okay, let's go collect these. And I assume I can't fly. Yeah, okay, okay. Another one over here. Is that a... Oh, I see. That's actually the quest for rebuilding. Interesting. They have an aetherite, which is pretty huge. Alphino and Alizé are here.
Whoa, cool mount. There you are, Carl. So, first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an 8th right now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seals of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the other matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eotia and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphinaud and Alisaie will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kian Khan. The guardsmen will see you in. The Kian Khan. Kian Khan. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Interesting. Ooh.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
Good point.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korjin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
That's interesting, because the Korjin specifically don't actively summon primals. They just really treasure their trinkets in history, and those end up summoning their gods.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in Imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear.
It's true. The things he says is true. And I'm trying to remember the specifics of the last time we've seen the Emperor. We saw him with an Ascian, and I just don't remember if the Ascian was Elidibus. It was Elidibus, and he wasn't particularly happy with what the Emperor was, like, suggesting or thinking about. The Emperor kind of had his own goals, and if this is his own goal, then that would serve to push the balance towards a world of light, right? Kind of deal, where Zodiark has less chaos to ensue. The Ascians could do less if even Garlemald isn't instigating primal summonings.
Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
This is interesting. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all. But on the surface, the prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed. Though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the kami know when I will afford another. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear that what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out, as it happens. Come on, Cole. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on, and keep Alize company. We are safe enough for now. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Cole. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question, what to do while they prattle on. Ooh. Steak. No, I think the better one here is takoyaki. Yum. His forgotten home. All right. For want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words, and it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Call, a moment if you would. Ah, Yugiri, and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Call? Business? No, pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champions of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me to not at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue. As we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would all be the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? It would be my pleasure. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yancha. Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Interesting. He is Doman, by all accounts. So, still, it's a little odd. Oh yeah, I want to see. Does this let me... Ah, it does. Very nice. That's very nice. That's a good, quick exit. And now we gotta go to the foot of Doma Castle. What? Oh. Right. It doesn't let me go that way. The mist. Why is it so misty there? I don't know. He seems like he's up to something, but by the same token, it would be a little strange if this was so short of a plot line. And it kind of falls in line with what I believe, what I'm trying to remember, was happening with actual Garlean, with the Emperor, and his talk with Elidibus. Because I don't remember. Nay, can this truly be Monzen, home to the cream of the Doma samurai? I had heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only of way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed to the ruins. Oh. A boss spawned. Oh, he's got a different looking head. What? That was quick. It's a travesty. A travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed of my seeing how they live in first hand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes, if you follow me. I will ready our boat. You're actually going to take him to a city? How's that going to pan over? That is interesting, because in terms of how well the populace has been taking Imperial, it's a little interesting, to say the least. Oh. Ready to cast off? Ah, a battle. Give me one moment.
Get back!
I'm back.
Warning you!
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is what I feared might end up happening.
Someone's in trouble.
Is this going to be purposefully orchestrated so that he can help save? Oh, the Kojin. That's not good. Why are they attacking?
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Why? They shouldn't have a reason to attack unprovoked. Why? Oh, jeez, I don't feel good about this.
Away with you!
It is nothing. Leave this to me.
No fear!
An opening.
What?
I have you!
The art of my forebears.
Taste my steel!
Weird. Why? Why are they here? It doesn't make sense. it serves to have him come out as like a hero who defended people of Doma.
That seems to be the last of them.
But it's also only against the Kojin, which is the only people he ever had problem with. Seemingly.
You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of Imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within. This is true. You only speak truths, it's just whether or not you actually mean them.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Dear me. I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettably little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Aote in action. And few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least, few who live to tell the tale. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namai? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I'd rather doubt the good people of Namai would be taking kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform, with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time you return. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to believe it, because then it's peace in our world. But then my mind goes back to what happened when the Warriors of Darkness got peace in their world. A so-called Flood of Light. And if I know anything about Shadowbringers, it's that is something we deal with. I just don't know if it's here or there. Travel to the Doman Enclave. I wish I could not be spoiled about Shadowbringers, but I mean, the title alone is quite spoilery. So like, even though I don't really know anything about it, it still comes off as like, I don't know, odd. I just don't know where the story goes to get us to those points. Can you not stand right in front of Yugiri?
Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guests. Well, we had best not keep him waiting.
Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yancha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Unless the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us all how it all unfolded. Well...
The Red Kojin? Here? Have there been any such incidents since the liberation?
Not that I am aware of. They are planning some new venture here in Yancha. We will need to increase patrols. In any event, I'm indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap into the youngster's aid?
He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying.
In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of this ambassador? I still don't think he can be trusted. I still don't think he can be trusted. I don't. Then the question of what his true intentions may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to play his game. For now, at least.
Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. Which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin.
It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphanos Consul. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution.
As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of aether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of aether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect.
For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Dorma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with the Bunchin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo.
And what of the prisoners?
They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Popularis garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Will you all come with me?
Yes, of course, but what manner of business?
A past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade.
Saw that firsthand when he was trying to defend Yotsuyu from the at the Confederacy base. He couldn't do anything.
Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Aw. Whoa. Armor. Oh, it's not gonna be higher eye level? Are you kidding me? Ugh. So we're gonna be stuck with this Reaper armor. I'm annoyed. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see how this business through. It's okay. We're going to use the armor for Dragoon. We're going to get maiming armor because we're going to need it for Dragoon. Okay, let's see.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
This could be very well where we see the measure of his character. If he's truly to be alone.
Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should.
Calm yourself, Kosatsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I am sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me had hoped your story of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say.
Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all?
No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care.
As you wish.
Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement, of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yansha. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured that your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also be taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is a matter...
People coming in here trying to sell viewers. Stop. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is one of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Empire will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let us treat Asahi to a proper farewell. I don't know. Uh-oh. I've lost my buffs. No, it's gonna be more expensive. See if anybody is gonna turn it back on anytime soon. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! be glad I grant you this mercy.
What happened?
What in the... Reinforcement? No, just one! Cut him down!
Yeah, that's not happening.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Xenos.
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
So he's just a Xenos. He just loves Xenos. So does he want peace or not?
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
He likes Xenos so much. He wouldn't be opposed to Yotsu's way of governing Doma, because that was the way of governing Doma that created because Xenos loved inciting the people he was ruling over to fight back because he wanted a challenge. So if he really did like Xenos and his ideology, he would have no issues. So he was lying about everything. Great. This is the last quest we're going to be doing. We're going to be finishing this one up, and then we're going to be ending stream. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed.
You look troubled, my friend.
Much far.
Was it something he said?
Yeah. Now I gotta explain all that. At least we're explaining it.
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Yeah, no.
It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange.
If he is truly a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Cauldron must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourselves with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you.
I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma, or to help usher in the lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once.
Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone.
To Kugane, then. Kutaru and the others must know of what transpired here.
Yikes. I'm gonna turn in this quest. I'd like to just get the quest complete, and then I'm going to be ending stream. So I do hope you guys have been enjoying. As I said at the beginning of the stream, if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on the VOD channel, please like and subscribe. Follow those links down below to my Twitter and Twitch. Give me a follow there so you can stay updated of when I go live. So you can be here and hang out and chat and watch my reactions to stuff live. Comment, let me know what you'd like to see me do in Final Fantasy XIV. Anything you feel like I should prioritize before continuing. Love suggestions.
My, it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that. I wish to apologize, Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing from my own personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Sorobon's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Cole should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Oh, it's all gonna be on me? Forgive me, Cole. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riel and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there's even the faintest chance that the lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Asahi may well be the monster, but we must play his game, for now. And we're gonna take a maiming coffer. Let's go. Alright. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Oh, it's not over. I will save that for when I'm done. Now, what are they actually saying? Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord. We'll be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. And she isn't faking it. That was my second worry. Oh, she was...
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Oh, great. Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
What?
Fine, now leave me.
Huh? How? 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 He slit his own throat. Oh my gosh. The new son. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.